It's a new era at the Transportation Museum of Thunder Bay.
Well, we decided over the winter that we needed to start supporting the younger generations and the tourism of Thunder Bay. And we realized that the Lakehead branding name just didn't work for people trying to come to the city and don't know anything about Thunder Bay. And they're looking for places to see and do in Thunder Bay. And Thunder Bay needed to be part of that name. So first of all, we decided on a new name, which is the Transportation Museum of Thunder Bay as of today. And then also we decided to rebrand in a new way to kind of meet the new market of, like social media as well as online and digital media and stuff like that. So that was a big push into getting this moved for the new year. So
Moving into the summer, you've got a lot of new events happening. Mm-hmm. Share them with us.
So we have a lot of great events starting with our dockside market. That's going to be starting on June 5th, and it's going to be running with all the different cruise ships that are coming to Thunder Bay. We're going to be here having local artisans and local vendors. We have tons of great companies and vendors that are really interested in the dock market. It's unbelievable the response that we've had, so we're trying to accommodate as many as possible for that. And that's going to be all through the summertime. Later in July, we're going to be doing the 100th anniversary of the naval ships that are coming to Thunder Bay, and we probably hopefully have the Grizzly and some ones from the U.S., some ships from the U.S. coming as well. So that's still up in the air, but we're working on that, on all the details. That's going to be in July, so stay tuned for all that. And then the Haunted Harbor. The Haunted Harbor was a really great success for its first year with Our Kids Count last year, and then so for the second annual this year we're going to be doing it, and we're hopefully going to try and expand on that. And what we're trying to do is allow more spots for more people to attend and visit. And we're also trying to look at doing one that's kid-friendly as well for on a weekend, so that some of the actors like not as scary for kids, so that they can come down as well, kind of thing too. So that's all coming down. Plus, lots of great events. Like our social media has all the information as we're going to continue on throughout the summer. So just stay tuned for all that information as it happens.
Absolutely, we couldn't have asked for anything better than a new logo, a new brand to go with a new year. There is so much happening with the museum this year. One of which I think many of you are quite aware of now is the dockside market, which has, I think, answered some real need for being able to allow our vendors, our businesses to get a little closer to the cruise ships. It's always been one of those things that it just felt like there should be a natural connection. And knowing with the construction that's going to be taking place over the summer, it may well be just the answer that some of the tourists are going to be looking for. The market itself will have a real diversity of products that we really hope will reflect the city of Thunder Bay. In specific, things that we make here and possibly cook here, right here, whatever we do. And so when people come off the ship, they can take a little piece of Thunder Bay with them and celebrate that for the future. So we have that happening. That is going to follow, again, the schedule of the ships. So the first ship being in, we're not going to be able to accommodate just because there's a lot that we still have to do. But we're looking at the second ship on June the 5th. So we'll be open in the afternoon and into the early evening to be able to follow the ship. Again, this year we're going to continue our celebration of our maritime history. Last year we celebrated the 60th anniversary of the Canadian Coast Guard, which was absolutely wonderful. Again, we're going to repeat that. We're having a Coast Guard Maritime History Day, where we will actually have the Coast Guard ship, the Samuel Risley, will be coming in to dock behind the Alexander Henry, and we are currently working with the possibility of one, perhaps two American Coast Guard ships, one retired, one active. So we have the bones of a pretty exciting event, all of which will help not only to celebrate our connection with the Coast Guard and how important they are in the life and vitality of our city and district, but also to be able to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Canadian Naval Reserves. We're going to be working with the HMCS Griffin to really provide them a platform to show who they are and what they've meant to this city. So even now, as this week, we're going to be working on a new display with George Romick that will specifically focus on the history, the people, those that served this nation out of our own city, out of this naval reserve. So it's really quite exciting. And then, of course, repeating something that was so successful, we are going to repeat the Haunted Harbor event. Again, that event saw close to 1,300 people come through this ship over those few days for this event. This year, we're working again with Our Kids Count, and we expect with the drama team that's going to be working on it, that this is going to be bigger and better. So we might go a little bit earlier this year, but be ready for that because that's going to be exciting. But all through the summer, we have the markets that are going to take place. We're going to be hosting different groups to come aboard the ship, and it's going to be very exciting. So very glad that you all came down today just to help recognize the good work that's taking place here and those that are really making it happen.